Hey, this is Joe from the Gooncast. This week we had on comedian and pal Chris Lamadieu. In this clip, we're talking about how coronavirus impacted the sports season. Tell us what you think in the comments. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more clips from the Goons each week.
Who is it?
And during this pandemic in particular, what's been going on with the kids in football and basketball, being forced to play. I mean, I'm sure they want to, but to an extent, it's pretty messed up.
And like they're saying you could opt out, but I feel like there's some blowback from the university if I opt out.
Exactly.
It also hurts you if you're a freshman, you're looking to go into the NFL. I mean, how do you opt out? That's your resume.
If my whole trajectory is 3 years in NFL or 2 years in NFL, how can I afford to miss a year? And then some of them are actually getting COVID and we don't know the long-term effects of COVID. Like I was reading an article about Myles Garrett from Cleveland, where he had COVID earlier this year, and he was like saying he still has some effects of COVID during the games. Like he'll be wheezing or he'll be short of breath. And I'm like, this is a top-notch athlete who still has some effects from COVID. How are we going to know what these younger kids are going through?
Yeah, speaking of, like, the kid at Florida fucking collapsed at the game. It came out that he had COVID, too, so.
You know, with the opt-outs, how smart do the NFL opt-outs look right now? Because there's just so many breakouts in that whole league.
Like, and as a fan, a lot of the people were killing them when they opted out in the beginning. They were like, how could you opt out of this season? Your contract to play. But, like, again, we don't know the long-term effects of COVID on some of these people. I'm not going to go risk not making future money just to play this season.
Can you imagine being an athlete, how many people are like throwing their hands at you and touching you, and just even at the bare minimum that how many people you have to interact with to play professional football?
And just the constant travel, moving, staying in different hotels. You pass so many people. It's impossible. And some of these stadiums are still open.
Yeah, they're letting people in. So same with the NBA.
That's crazy. Utah had like 1,500 people there.
Yeah.
I would be too nervous as a player. I'm like, hey, I don't know if I want to be here. Being inside, come on. Like, I understand you're backing people up, but you don't know how far things are spreading.
I really didn't think of that with the open air of football versus the closed dome of the NBA. And it's much more confined in a basketball arena than a football
I think
stadium.
The smartest thing the NBA did was the bubble. And I think at some point they should shift. Either at least for the playoffs, shift back.
Yeah, for the playoffs, yeah. Maybe in the second half of the season, we'll see what they do. They haven't released it.
You see, like the Rockets are already having trouble fielding a team.
James Harden's having a bad time, though. 44-17.
Yes, Christian Wood.
Who is it?